Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements, and today I had to do a video for you all due to the fact later on today I'm going to pick up one of my dream cars. For those who don't know me, I'm currently based in the UK just outside of London, and I don't yet actually have my driving license. So it's a bit strange. I'm going to go and pick up one of my dream cars, but I don't yet have my driving license, and that's due to the fact I used to live in Dubai. I grew up out there. I lived there for about 8 years. And I passed my driving license out there when I was about 18 years old. So that was about 5 years ago. And I was living out there on a student visa, because to live in Dubai, you either need a working visa or a student visa. So I actually started university out there. And then due to a family decision, my family decided to move back to the UK, and I followed them. And unfortunately, I was unable to renew my driving license out there. And therefore my driving license actually expired. So now I've been living in the UK for about, I think this is the fourth year since I've moved back. The first 3 years I was actually at university, so I didn't really need to drive that much due to the fact I was mostly always going out drinking and just being in like the capital. I was based up in Edinburgh in Scotland, so being in the capital city, it was really hard to find parking spaces and stuff like that. So it was just much more efficient just to hop on the bus or the tram. But now the time has come, sadly those uni days are over, and I need a driving license. I need a car as well. Daily Market Movements is getting so busy now, and the last couple of months I've just been relying on my family, my mum or my girlfriend to just drive me around, which just isn't suitable at all. It's actually quite frustrating, because I just want to, I want my own independence. If I want to go to the office, I'm having to ask my girlfriend or my mum to take me. So I'm pretty sure you all know that earlier on this year, back in March, the stock market plummeted roughly 30%. Everyone who had their portfolios, which were heavily in profit, started selling the shares that they owned. And even some of the biggest companies in the world, such as Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, American Airlines, everyone just, panic sold, and the market crashed roughly 30%. And, a lot of people would have seen that as a scary development in the stock market. But for others like myself, I actually saw it as an opportunity. So whilst everyone else was selling their shares back in March, I actually started buying shares. I kind of pretty much cherry picked the bottom of the market in late March. And as you probably all know now, the stock markets are back trading at all-time highs. So I've actually just come out of one of my best quarters ever trading. So I've just come out of one of my most profitable quarters ever trading, which I'm so happy about. And I've just kind of come to the decision that now is the right time to treat myself to a car. A dream car. Ever since I was a little kid, I always looked at, some supercars, especially growing up in Dubai, where, everywhere you look, there's either a Ferrari, Lamborghini, or a Porsche, or an Aston Martin. And I've always thought to myself, now is the right time to treat myself to a nice car. So when I was 18 years old, I was very fortunate and lucky enough to actually buy a Porsche Boxster as my first car. Out in Dubai, cars are generally a lot cheaper than they are here in the UK, and the insurance is a lot cheaper as well. So I bought this nice little Porsche Boxster. I think it cost me roughly around £10,000, and the insurance was so cheap, because out there they insure the car, not the driver. I think insurance I was paying roughly £20, or it's roughly around $28 a month for car insurance, where in the UK here, I think I did actually get a quote, because I was going to bring the car back to the UK, and I got a quote for something like £10,000 a year, which was the same amount of money I paid for the car. So that car, I loved it so much. It was like a little go-kart. You could go around a roundabout, and the car would just grip to the road so well. I love that car so much, but my personality is that I always want better in life. I always want to take myself to that next level. So even though I was very fortunate to have such a nice car at such a young age, I was always looking around me and seeing Lamborghinis, seeing Ferraris, seeing Audi R8, Porsches, Aston Martins, and I was thinking, I really want one of those cars. Now the time has come. So about a month ago, I drove up to Manchester, which is roughly 3.5 hours up north. So as I mentioned before, I'm based here in London. So me and my girlfriend, we drove 3.5 hours up north, and I found one of the best cars in my opinion. It's been a dream car. I've wanted it now for probably the past 4 years. And I went and viewed the car. It was beautiful. I test drove it, and I just fell in love at first sight. So I put a deposit down, and I managed to buy myself some time with the car dealership. 1 month, of course, money makes money, right? So I used that money, which I would have paid there and then, to buy the car, and I managed to buy myself a month where I could then trade that money on my trading account. And I'm happy to say that I did make a couple more $1,000 in that monthly period, but the time has finally come for me to go and pick up the car. So I'm going to be going there this afternoon. So I thought I would just take the cameras along with me and film the journey. But more so, the reason I'm doing this video is because I'm sure there's many traders watching this video right now, whether you're brand new or just been trading for a year or two. I just wanted to do this video just to give you some motivation, to show you what is possible. All this money, all these profits are from trading. And every time you sign up to a stock trading account, it will tell you that 96 or 75% of all traders lose money, which yes, it probably is true, but there is also a lot of people out there like myself who actually do profit from trading. So I wanted to just do this video just to give you some motivation of what could be your future if you knuckle down hard and work hard towards your dreams. So I'm getting the train in about an hour's time, so if you just carry on watching and you'll see what car I've decided to treat myself to. So guys, I was just having a little play about on my computer and I've managed to find a picture of my old Porsche Boxster that I had, which I was just telling you guys about. Come across a folder on my computer full of the pictures of the old car. But here we have it. There it is, a little Porsche Boxster convertible, which is a must-have in Dubai, with the weather being so nice all year round. And then what I did, I just changed the rims. I painted the rims black, of course, with the white exterior. So that was a beautiful, beautiful car. This picture here is actually quite funny. There was so in Dubai you get a lot of mosquitoes. And a couple times a year you'd get like a truck which would come around and spray like mosquito repellent. And I actually went up to him and I paid him about, I think it's about £10 or something like that to drive past my car to give it this cool smoky effect. So he drove behind the car and I took a picture of it. So I was really chuffed for that picture. But anyway, I'm going to miss my train. So I'm going to need to leave the office now and head towards the train station. So guys, we have finally arrived in Manchester. It was a long train journey up here. We had to get a train from Essex into London and then a train from London up to Manchester. And unfortunately, our train from London to Manchester was cancelled. So we had to get on the next train. So it added a few hours onto the journey. But never mind, we're here now. What I'm just doing now is waiting for a phone call from the car dealership to let me know when I can go and pick up my car. So I'm really excited for that. Oh, speaking of a devil, here he is. I'm just gonna take this call. So that was just a car dealership on the phone and he just let me know that a car will be ready to get picked up in roughly 1 hour's time. It's just had a full MOT and a full service. That was a major service as well. So, and he was just getting it cleaned. So he just said that the car will be returning back to the car dealership in about 45 minutes and I'll be okay to go down and collect it in 1 hour's time. So just after speaking with the owner of the car dealership there, he did let me know that he doesn't want me hanging around too much in the showroom itself, because obviously you've got a lot of people coming in and out looking at cars, and with COVID on the rise in Manchester, he doesn't want it to be too crammed inside. So I'm going to try and get as much footage as possible inside the showroom, because that's obviously where I'm going to be picking up the car. But don't worry, I will obviously be able to film as much as possible once I have left the showroom. So I'll probably just try and take the car to like a car park, a empty car park, and just give you a full tour of what I've just bought. I'm just going to quickly get dressed and then make my way down to the car dealership to pick up my new baby. I'm so excited. So I've just arrived now at the car showroom, just waiting for my car to come out. Very excited. So guys, after a long drive from Manchester, we are finally back down near London now, back home, and there she is, the Audi R8. So I chose the Audi R8 because, you know, it's not too flashy. It's a supercar, but I just think with Ferraris and Lamborghinis, they're just a little bit too flashy for my liking. So I really like the Audi R8. You can use it as like a day-to-day car, which I really like. You know, if I just want to pop to the office, I can do that in this car, where, you know, the maintenance fees with the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris are so much money as well. So the Audi R8 is definitely a much more affordable supercar, and I'm so happy. You know, this was definitely one of my dream cars. As I mentioned at the start of this video, you know, it's just to give some of the young traders out there some motivation. You know, if you really do work hard, these are the type of things that you can treat yourself to. So one of the things I love the best about this vehicle is, of course, the fact that you can see the engine through this back glass panel. There she is. So I actually went for a V8 over a V10 due to the fact the family friend who owns a lot of supercars, he definitely said that the V8 sounds a lot better than the V10 in terms of the engine sound. So I went for the V8 over the V10, and of course you have the back spoiler here. There's a button on the dash where you can choose to put it up or put it down, but it does automatically come on. I think if you hit 60 miles per hour, the spoiler automatically comes back up. So as I mentioned, I will be using this as a day-to-day car, and the boot in the Audi R8 is actually in the front. Most cars obviously have the boot in the back, and that is my boot size. So I think for a supercar, that's a pretty good boot size. You know, I can fit a lot in there. You know, when I'm going to the office, I can just put a briefcase, or if I want to do like a quite long road journey, I can fit a couple of bags, even maybe a small suitcase. So I think that the boot actually has quite a good space. This car has quite a good boot space. So here is a number plate which I will be getting fitted onto the car. Just have to wait for my V5. Basically, that just confirms that I own the vehicle. So I will be taking that plate off and putting this private plate on, which has got my name on it, which I'm really chuffed about. So that will be good once that's on the vehicle as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump in the car, take it for a spin. I found quite a straight road, rather flat as well. So guys, that is it for today's video. As I mentioned at the start, the whole reason and the whole purpose of this video was to give young traders some motivation. You know, a couple of years ago I would have dreamed of having a car like this, but back in March there was an opportunity that presented itself, and I took that opportunity with both hands, and as you can see now, I'm seeking the rewards. So over the moon with my brand new car. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe. Loads of more trading vlogs on their way, so thank you very much guys.